grammar is one of the most essential parts of IELTS. Whatever the sections, either listening, reading, writing, or speaking, grammar is everywhere. If you have good grammar skills, you can deal with IELTS exam really more efficiently and more productively. Hello and welcome. In this video, I'll be sharing grammar for IELTS. So keep watching. First of all, tense. Tense is a form of verbs, especially it refers to time as well as action of verb. For example, when something happens, happened, happening, or is going to happen. As you know, there are three verb tenses in English. For example, present, past, and future. Interestingly, each verb tense is divided into four aspects. For example, simple, progressive, perfect, and perfect progressive. If you have better skills on 12 verb tenses, you can do really well in IELTS exam. And you can make a strong preparations in IELTS exam. Now let's talk about voice. Voice is the quality of verbs, whether its subject acts or is acted upon. If you have skills on passive voice, you can get greater advantage in IELTS writing module, even speaking module. Most of the all sections you can get greater advantage if you have skills on using passive voice. It very especially in writing module, writing examiner requires using passive voice of sentences. Even if you use passive voice in your speaking, in a speaking section, you will get really a high band score. Now, let's talk about complex sentence. Complex sentence has an independent clause as well as one or one more dependent clauses. Basically, in writing, if you have good grammar skills, if you have good skills on using writing complex sentence, your writing should be going to the next level if you use complex sentence in IELTS writing. Writing should be more enriched to obtain a high band score from the examiner. Let's talk about subject-verb agreement. It means your sentence must be grammatically correct. Basically, in speaking module and writing module, you must have correct sentences, whatever you speak in speaking module or whatever you write in writing module. Most importantly, subjects and verbs must be agreed with one another, either singular or plural. Okay, now let's talk about modal verbs. Modal verbs are very special verbs in English grammar. Modal verbs are never used alone, even without principal verbs. These are the different verbs than the normal verbs in English. Be good at modal verbs. For example, be skilled on uses of can, could, may, might, will, won't, should, shouldn't, need, needn't, dare, daren't. You also can develop your skills on am, is, are, was, were, able to, am, is, are, was, were, being able to. Okay, now let's talk about conditionals. Often, conditionals called if clauses. Conditionals describe the result of something that might happen in the present or future, or might happen or didn't happen. You may develop your skills on four types of conditional sentences. For example, zero condition, first condition, second conditionals, and third conditionals. If you use conditional sentences in your IELTS writing, or if you speak conditional sentences in your IELTS speaking, you can expect a good band score from your writing and from your speaking. You also get benefits from reading module as well as listening module. Now, let's talk about parallelism. It is known as parallel structure or parallel constructions of sentences. The balance between two or more words, phrases, or clauses. Most significantly, parallelism can entirely change your writing style as well as readability to the examiner. So, develop parallelism very especially in writing module so that you can expect a high band score from your IELTS exam. Okay, now let's talk about paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is most important, very especially in IELTS writing module. Develop your skill on paraphrasing the question of task 2 of IELTS writing. You will get a good band score from your writing module, very especially in task 2. Next one is punctuation. Punctuation is one of the most crucial grammatical terms of IELTS exam. Either listening or writing, you must have correct spelling. You must have correct punctuation. Even punctuation can degrade your IELTS listening score and writing band score. So, develop your skill on punctuation. Know how to use a punctuation properly. For example, full stop, comma, semicolon, hyphen, exclamation marks, question marks. You must have correct spelling in listening answers, as well as you must have correct spelling in writing answer. Most importantly, misspelling can lower your band score. So, beware of misspelling and develop your skills on punctuation. Finally, let's talk about phrasal verbs. Interestingly, phrasal verb is a combination of a verb plus a preposition or a verb plus an adverb. It is worth mentioning that phrasal verbs are phrases that indicates the action. It is a combination of a verb and a preposition or a verb and an adverb. Practice on phrasal verbs so that you can get good advantage in IELTS speaking module and writing module. If you use phrasal verbs in speaking sections or in writing sections, your speaking and writing should be really enriched. Practice on phrasal verbs. It would be really highly valued to the examiner to award you as a high band score in speaking module or in writing module. I think this information of my video will be your immense help. If you do that, give a thumbs up. Subscribe on my channel to obtain upcoming all videos. Have a happy learning. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.